Have you ever leaned in for a hug and caught a scent that felt different? Not bad, just unfamiliar. Maybe your favorite perfume doesn't stay on your skin the way it used to. Or perhaps during a quiet moment, you caught a faint new aroma, one you couldn't quite describe or explain. You're not imagining it. As we age, our bodies change in subtle but powerful ways. And one of the most intriguing and often overlooked transformations happens in our scent. That's right, the very essence of how we smell begins to shift with time, and it's more fascinating than you might think. In today's video, we're diving into 8 surprising truths about how body odor changes in older women. From the science of your skin's ecosystem to the mysterious molecule responsible for that so-called old person smell, I promise you'll come away with a brand new understanding of your body and maybe a few aha moments. And believe me, number 7 will completely change how you think about your own scent. You'll also get practical, easy to follow tips to stay fresh, confident, and radiant every single day. Before we begin, it would mean so much if you could hit the like button to support the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another video. I put my heart into every one of these because aging with grace and power should be celebrated, not feared. And if you enjoy this video, drop a 1 in the comments. I read every single one. Not your cup of tea? Comment 0 and let me know how I can do better for you. All right, let's begin. Let's unravel one of the most curious aspects of growing older, how the very surface of your body, your skin, evolves with time. It's easy to think of skin as just a protective layer, something to moisturize or wash. But your skin? It's alive, it's intelligent. It breathes, reacts, and most importantly, it transforms. Close your eyes for a second and imagine yourself at 18 or 22. Do you remember blotting oily patches off your face before a date? Or the frustration of breakouts that always seem to appear right before something important? That sheen on your forehead, and those stubborn pores were the handiwork of your sebaceous glands, the microscopic oil factories scattered all across your skin. Back then, those glands worked around the clock, pumping out sebum, a waxy, fatty substance that protected and hydrated your skin. It felt like a curse at the time, but that oil served a vital purpose. It helped maintain your skin's glow, held onto moisture, and yes, even played a role in how you smelled. Fast forward a few decades and things start to shift. As you age, those same glands slow down. The oily shine fades, and with it, the chemistry of your skin begins to change. At first, this might seem like a blessing. No more greasy T-zone, right? But here's the twist. The drop in oil production sets off a chain reaction. And one of the most unexpected consequences, it changes how your perfume behaves and how your natural body scent develops. You see, sebum does more than just moisturize. It acts as a kind of scent canvas. It holds onto the molecules in your perfume, helping the fragrance bind with your skin and radiate throughout the day. In your youth, you could spray a little behind the ears and hours later still smell the warm floral or musky notes. But now the scent might fade faster or even smell different, like the notes are off key. But this shift isn't just about your favorite bottle of Chanel or Estee Lauder. It goes deeper, much deeper. Your skin is home to trillions of bacteria. Yes, trillions. They're not the enemy. In fact, they're essential. These microscopic residents break down sweat and oils into scent compounds. This delicate balance of oil, bacteria, and sweat is what creates your unique body odor. As oil production decreases, the environment on your skin changes, and the bacterial mix adjusts. The scent profile you once knew, maybe slightly musky or earthy, can soften over time, becoming lighter, airier, or even powdery. It's especially noticeable in women whose hormones also play a major role in scent transformation. So the next time you catch a faint difference in how your skin smells, don't dismiss it. It's not your imagination, it's your biology. It's your body evolving with grace and wisdom. But let's take it one step further into territory that's sometimes whispered about, joked about, or simply misunderstood. Let's talk about the so-called old person smell. You know what I'm talking about. It's that distinct lingering scent you may have noticed in your grandmother's home or even in your own clothes and pillows as the years pass. It's not dirty, it's not foul, but it's noticeable, a little musty, sometimes grassy, a waxy undertone that clings to fabric and lingers in the air. Most people assume it's caused by dust-aging furniture or even poor hygiene. But that's not quite the truth. Science has identified a compound behind this phenomenon, 2-non-enal, commonly pronounced as tahanonal or casually referred to as tanol. This isn't just a random scent that appears out of nowhere. It's a byproduct of a natural process called oxidative stress, the same biological wear and tear that contributes to gray hair and wrinkles. Here's how it works: as we age, the fatty acids in our skin start to break down. This process, fueled by oxidative stress, releases 2-non-enal. And unlike sweat-related body odor, which bacteria create and which you can usually wash away, 2-non-enal is stubborn. It clings to skin. It sinks into fabrics. It lingers. Making things even more interesting, aging skin becomes thinner and less elastic. It loses its youthful ability to trap or neutralize compounds like tanol. Instead, they sit on the surface and slowly seep into things we wear or touch regularly: our favorite cardigan, our pillowcase, even the recliner. We nap in on quiet afternoons, but don't panic. This isn't about smelling bad, it's about understanding your body. And once you understand it, you can take simple, effective steps to manage it. First and foremost, hydrate. Water helps flush out oxidative byproducts and keeps your skin healthy from the inside out. Think of it as a gentle internal cleanse. Second, embrace antioxidants. A diet rich in colorful fruits and vegetables like citrus berries, spinach, and green tea can reduce oxidative stress, which may help slow the production of tanol. Want something you can do in the shower? Try gentle exfoliation. A soft scrub once or twice a week can slough off dead skin cells, the ones that often hold on to scent molecules, leaving your skin fresher and more receptive to moisture. And remember, none of this means you're losing beauty or femininity. On the contrary, it's proof that your body has lived, adapted, and evolved. In fact, understanding these scent changes can help you choose perfumes that work better with your current skin chemistry. You might discover that soft florals, powdery musks, or clean citrus notes enhance your natural scent more than ever before. And we haven't even gotten to hormones, the puppet masters of it all, but we'll explore that in a moment. So stay with me, because the next insight is not just fascinating, it's empowering. Just like we uncovered in the last segment, where oil bacteria and age-related changes subtly reshape your scent. There's another powerful force working quietly in the background, orchestrating much of what happens in your body, including how you smell. That invisible force: hormones. Ladies, you've likely felt the impact of hormones during some of life's most pivotal chapters: puberty, pregnancy, menstruation, and menopause. But have you ever stopped to think about how these hormonal shifts also influence the way your body smells? It's true. Hormones don't just affect your mood or your internal thermostat. They don't only bring on hot flashes or cause your emotions to swing like a pendulum. They also play a starring role in how your scent presents itself to the world. And one hormone in particular leads the charge: estrogen. When estrogen levels are high during your fertile years, or pregnancy, for example, your body odor tends to be milder, softer, and more balanced. Your skin remains supple, your sweat glands function smoothly, and the community of bacteria living on your skin creates a scent that's often described as neutral or even sweet. It's part of what gives many young women that effortless, clean-smelling aura, even after a long day. But as estrogen begins to decline, especially during and after menopause, the story shifts. Your skin starts to dry out, and we're not just talking about dry elbows or knees. This dryness reaches all the way to your sweat glands, the tiny outposts that once kept your skin moist and your scent signature familiar. At first glance, less sweat might sound like a dream: fewer pit stains, right? But in reality, it's not quite that simple. Drier skin actually changes the bacterial balance on your body. The little microbes that thrived back when you had a touch more oil and moisture, they begin to shift, adapting to the new, more arid environment. And with this shift comes a subtle yet noticeable change in the way you smell. For some women, their natural body odor may take on a spicier or sharper edge, less floral, a little more bite. It's not always dramatic. In fact, for many women, it's so subtle that they don't notice at first. But over time, they may begin to feel that their once trusty deodorant or favorite body wash no longer works quite like it used to. It's not the product that's failing you, it's your skin chemistry evolving. So, what can you do? First, don't be discouraged. You're not alone, and you're certainly not doing anything wrong. These changes are a normal, even beautiful part of your body's aging journey. but they do call for a little strategy shift in your hygiene routine. Start by reconsidering your daily cleanser. As we get older, our skin's natural pH balance begins to change. It becomes less acidic, and this can interfere with the skin's ability to keep odor-causing bacteria in check. A smart switch? Look for a pH-balanced body wash, specifically formulated for mature skin. These products are designed to gently restore your skin's natural acidity, supporting its barrier without drying it out. Scan the ingredients list for things like lactic acid or citric acid, both of which help maintain the protective acidic environment your skin needs to stay balanced and odor resistant. Use these cleansers regularly, especially in areas that are prone to sweat buildup like underarms, feet, or skin folds. A consistent cleansing routine can make a noticeable difference in how fresh you feel throughout the day. Now let's talk fabric because what you wear matters just as much as what you wash with. Your clothing has the power to support or sabotage your scent. Natural fabrics like cotton, bamboo, and linen are breathable and incredibly efficient at wicking moisture away from the skin. They allow air to flow freely, creating a dry environment that bacteria simply don't love. On the flip side, synthetic materials such as polyester nylon or spandex tend to trap sweat and heat. They create a humid, warm pocket between your skin and the fabric, which becomes the perfect playground for bacteria. Over time, this can amplify odor, especially during the summer months or when you're physically active. No need to overhaul your entire wardrobe overnight. Start small. Swap out your socks, underwear, or sleepwear for options made from natural fibers. You might be surprised by how much fresher you feel, even at the end of a long, busy day. But there's more. Let's explore an unexpected factor that could be playing a secret role in how you smell your medications. That's right, the pills you take every morning with breakfast or the supplements you pop before bed could be subtly altering your scent. It's a lesser-known side effect, but it makes perfect sense. Medications are designed to influence specific systems in the body, lowering blood pressure, balancing hormones, reducing inflammation, easing pain. But as your body processes these compounds, it sometimes creates chemical byproducts that influence your natural odor. Let's break down a few common examples. Blood pressure medications like beta blockers or ACE inhibitors can cause some people to sweat more or change the makeup of their sweat. This may result in a slightly metallic or sharp body odor, one that seems new or unfamiliar. Antidepressants and anti-anxiety drugs, particularly SSRIs, influence neurotransmitters like serotonin. And serotonin, as it turns out, plays a role in regulating your sweat glands. Some women notice they begin sweating more frequently or that their sweat smells a bit stronger or more distinct while on these medications. Diabetes medications, especially those that impact insulin and blood sugar levels, may cause the body to process glucose differently. The result: a faintly sweet or fruity body odor, almost like overripe fruit. It's subtle, but can be quite specific. And then there are painkillers. Long-term use of opioids such as oxycodone or morphine has been linked to a musky, earthy scent. Why? These drugs are metabolized by the liver and excreted through the skin, often in sweat, leaving behind a noticeable trace. If you've recently started a new medication and noticed a change in your body odor, don't hesitate to bring it up with your doctor. It's not a silly question. They may be able to adjust your dosage, change the time of day you take it, or even switch you to a similar alternative with fewer side effects. If switching medications isn't an option, there are still ways to support your body's natural detox processes. Stay hydrated. Drink more water and add hydrating foods to your diet. Think crisp cucumbers, juicy watermelon, sweet cantaloupe, or crunchy celery. These foods not only hydrate you, but also help your body flush out drug byproducts more efficiently, which may reduce lingering odors over time. Now let's talk about something you've probably heard before. You are what you eat. And when it comes to how your body smells, that old saying holds more truth than you might expect. Every bite you take has the potential to influence your natural scent. Foods don't just stop at your stomach. Once digested, their chemical compounds are absorbed into your bloodstream and released through your breath, your skin, and your sweat. We all know about garlic and onions, two notorious culprits. Their pungent sulfur compounds don't just stick to your breath. They're also excreted through your pores, leaving a lingering aroma that can follow you around for hours. But those are just the tip of the iceberg. Earlier, we uncovered how hormonal shifts and medications can change the very chemistry of your scent. But did you know that what you eat and how you feel can amplify those changes even further. Let's explore how your diet and emotional state silently shape the scent you carry into every room. Sometimes the foods we love leave a trace on us, not just on our plates, but in the air around us. Certain foods have the power to intensify body odor in ways that might surprise you. Take red meat, for instance. Beef and lamb are rich, hearty proteins, but they're also slow to digest. As your body works to break them down, it creates byproducts that can mix with your natural sweat, resulting in a scent that's deeper, heavier, even a bit musky. Not unpleasant, but definitely more pronounced. And then there's alcohol, a known culprit in the world of scent. Ever woken up after a night of cocktails with a strange sour smell on your skin, even after showering? That's no coincidence. Your liver processes alcohol into acetic acid. While most of it exits your system quietly, some of it escapes through your sweat glands, producing what many describe as the classic boozy smell. It lingers longer than you think, clinging to your clothes, your pillowcase, and even your skin. Spicy foods like chili peppers, curry, or cumin might delight your taste buds, but they also ramp up your body's internal thermostat. As your temperature rises, so does perspiration. The aromatic compounds from these spices don't vanish after digestion, they sneak out through your pores, leaving behind a warm, spicy note on your skin that can last long after the meal is over. Even dairy can play a surprising role. People with mild lactose intolerance might not feel bloated or sick after cheese or milk, but undigested lactose ferments in the gut. And this internal fermentation can release compounds that subtly alter your body odor, sometimes giving it a sour or off tone. But it's not all bad news. There are plenty of foods that do the exact opposite, helping you smell fresher, cleaner, and more balanced from the inside out. Let's start with leafy greens nature's built-in deodorizer. Vegetables like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are loaded with chlorophyll, a natural compound known to neutralize internal odors. Think of it as an internal cleanser, sweeping away toxins before they can make their way to your sweat. Citrus fruits are another powerful ally. Oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruits are packed with vitamin C and water, two elements your body loves. These fruits help detoxify your system, flush out odor-causing compounds, and leave behind a light, fresh aroma that whispers through your pores. Don't overlook herbs. Fresh ingredients like mint, basil, and rosemary aren't just for garnishing plates. They contain fragrant oils that are metabolized into your bloodstream and subtly affect your scent in a good way. It's like carrying a garden's whisper on your skin. Green tea, too, deserves a spotlight. Rich in antioxidants like catechins, it battles odor-causing bacteria from the inside out. A warm cup in the morning or chilled glass in the afternoon can do more than calm your nerves. It can help refine your scent, giving it a lighter, cleaner edge. So if you've recently noticed that your natural aroma feels off, pause and look at your plate. Sometimes a small dietary shift can create a big difference in how you feel and how you smell. Consider swapping red meat for fish or plant-based proteins a few times a week. Try dairy alternatives like oat or almond milk. Add a handful of leafy greens to your lunch or a glass of green tea to your daily routine. Over time, these subtle changes can recalibrate your internal chemistry, and with it, your natural scent. Now let's turn to something more invisible, but just as potent: stress. Have you ever noticed that you smell different when you're anxious or overwhelmed? It's not your imagination. The scent of stress is real, and it's rooted in biology. Your body has two types of sweat glands. The first eccrine glands are spread all over your skin and produce a watery, odorless sweat. This type of sweat helps cool you down when you're hot or physically active. But the second type of eccrine glands are more selective. They're concentrated in areas like your armpits, groin, and the scalp, and they spring into action when you're under emotional stress. Whether it's a looming deadline, a difficult conversation, or a moment of intense anxiety, these glands release a thicker, richer type of sweat packed with proteins, lipids, and steroids. Now here's where things get interesting. That thick stress sweat becomes a feast for the bacteria on your skin. As they break it down, they release volatile compounds, creating a sharper, more pungent odor. This scent is often described as musky, acrid, or sour, and it's completely different from the light, salty scent of a workout. Stress doesn't just increase how much you sweat, it changes what's in that sweat and how it interacts with your skin's bacterial landscape. Over time, chronic stress can keep your apocrine glands in high gear, making odor management even more challenging. And here's the kicker: as we get older, stress doesn't necessarily go away. In fact, it often multiplies. Health issues, financial concerns, retirement, uncertainty, the loss of routine or social support. All these factors can elevate daily stress. The emotional weight of caregiving, adjusting to a changing body, or navigating a world that sometimes feels like it's moving too fast can cause that stress to linger. And when it does, your body reacts. Your apocrine glands respond, and your scent may shift again. So, how do you fight back? Start with breath. Deep intentional breathing can calm your nervous system and reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that triggers apocrine activity. Try the 4-4-6 method. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale slowly for 6. Repeat it a few times when stress strikes. It's a simple tool that can make a big difference. Then consider your hygiene strategy. Since stress sweat is packed with fatty compounds that bacteria love, the solution is to stop them before they feast. Switch to an antibacterial body wash, one that includes ingredients like benzoyl peroxide or tea tree oil. These ingredients target odor-causing bacteria, directly reducing the intensity of the scent they produce. You might also want to pay special attention to your clothing choices, especially fabrics worn closest to your skin. But for now, remember this: your scent is not just about hygiene, it's about hormones, emotions, environment, and choices. And with a little understanding and care, you can take control of it gracefully, powerfully, and beautifully. Earlier, we uncovered how stress, both emotional and physical, can alter your body's scent in surprising ways. But what if the very things you wear and surround yourself with are quietly making things worse? Let's explore how your wardrobe, your laundry routine, and even the air in your home may be influencing your personal aroma often, without you realizing it. To start, your clothing choices matter more than you think. Tight, restrictive outfits might look sleek, but they can trap sweat against your skin, especially stress sweat. This creates a warm, moist environment that bacteria love. When moisture can't escape, it lingers, and over time, this can intensify body odor, even if you're wearing deodorant and fresh clothes. So, what's the alternative? Choose loose, breathable fabrics. Cotton, linen, and bamboo are your allies. These natural fibers allow air to circulate freely, wick moisture away from your skin, and give your body the space it needs to stay dry and cool. With better ventilation, bacteria have fewer opportunities to thrive, and your scent stays lighter and cleaner throughout the day. But beyond these practical tips lies something even more powerful: self-compassion. Managing stress and body odor isn't just about the right products or routines. It's about being kind to yourself as your body changes. Aging and stress are universal experiences, and tackling them with grace doesn't just boost freshness, it boosts confidence. It reminds you that you're still in charge of your body, your presence, and your energy. Speaking of confidence, let's address something that might be secretly sabotaging your efforts: your clothes themselves. That favorite jacket or go-to blouse may look clean, but what if it's holding on to more than just memories? As we age, the chemical composition of our sweat evolves. Changes in pH oil content and the presence of certain compounds can interact with fabrics in new ways. Synthetic materials like polyester nylon and spandex are particularly problematic. Unlike natural fabrics that allow air to pass through, synthetics tend to trap moisture, heat, and bacteria close to the skin. Over time, these materials become breeding grounds for odor. And the worst part, they often hold on to smells, even after a full wash cycle. You might pull a shirt from the dryer thinking it's fresh, only to catch a faint but unmistakable whiff of yesterday's stress or last week's workout. Now here's where it gets even trickier. The products you use to clean your clothes could actually be making the problem worse. Many commercial detergents and fabric softeners contain synthetic fragrances and waxy residues. These residues build up over time, clinging to the fibers of your clothes and, unfortunately, to the very smells you're trying to wash away. Instead of removing odors, they can seal them in, turning your wardrobe into a hidden archive of body chemistry past. But don't worry, there are easy ways to fix this. Try these laundry hacks to help your clothes smell as fresh as you feel. Add half a cup of white vinegar to your wash cycle. This natural acid helps break down odor-causing bacteria, and dissolves detergent buildup, leaving clothes truly clean. Sprinkle in 1/4 cup of baking soda. Its alkaline properties neutralize trapped smells and gently deodorize fabric without harsh chemicals. Avoid overloading your washing machine. When the drum is too full, clothes don't get proper agitation. That means less detergent, and water circulate and sweat-soaked garments come out. Well, still sweaty. Dry your clothes in the sun whenever possible. Sunlight is nature's disinfectant. Its UV rays kill lingering bacteria and leave laundry with that crisp, clean scent that no artificial fragrance can match. If you've been noticing a musty or stale smell clinging to your clothes despite frequent washing, these simple changes can make a world of difference. Because sometimes it's not your body that needs to change, it's your wardrobe that needs a little support. Now let's zoom out even further. Believe it or not, the very space you live in, the walls, the air, the furniture, all play a role in your personal scent. Your home environment quietly influences how you smell more than you may realize. Older homes, for example, often carry a distinct aroma. That scent isn't always about dust or age. It's a combination of elements absorbed over time. Upholstered furniture, thick carpets, curtains, wood paneling. These materials act like sponges, soaking up odors from cooking spices, pet dander, personal products, and even body oils. Over decades, they hold on to layers of scent that can subtly mix with your own. As your body chemistry shifts with age, these environmental smells can blend with your natural scent in ways you might not expect. And if the air in your home doesn't circulate well, the effect becomes even more pronounced. Poor ventilation allows airborne particles like pollen dust and skin cells to settle onto your skin, and clothing adding faint layers to your scent. It's not just about what you wear or what you eat. It's about what surrounds you. But the solution doesn't have to be complicated. Here are a few simple ways to keep your living space and your scent fresh. Open your windows daily, even just for 10 to 15 minutes. A quick blast of fresh air can flush out stale, stagnant indoor air and bring in lightness. Sprinkle baking soda on fabric-covered furniture rugs or mattresses. Let it sit for a few hours, then vacuum thoroughly. It absorbs odors trapped deep in the fibers. Wash bedding, throw pillows, and removable upholstery covers regularly. These items come into direct contact with your skin and absorb oils faster than you might expect. Consider a small air purifier with a HEPA filter. It traps dust, pet hair, and airborne particles before they can settle onto you and your surroundings. These small environmental tweaks can turn your home into a scent-supporting haven instead of an odor amplifier. Because aging brings change and shifts in body odor are just one small part of that transformation. But here's the good news, most of it is in your control. By fine-tuning your skincare, making smart wardrobe choices, using cleaner laundry methods, and refreshing your living space, you can maintain a pleasant, uplifting, natural scent, one that reflects the grace, wisdom, and poise you've carried all along. It's not about hiding who you are, it's about feeling confident in your skin and smelling just as lovely as you feel radiant, fresh, and fully you. Well, ladies, there, you have it. We've just explored 8 surprising truths about how body odor changes as we age, from the microscopic shifts in our skin chemistry to the sneaky roles of stress diet medications and even household habits. I hope you're walking away today not only with new knowledge, but with practical tools that help you feel empowered and refreshed. So tell me, what did you learn today? Drop a comment below and share one thing you're going to apply. Maybe it's switching to cotton fabrics, starting a daily green tea ritual, or simply letting more sunlight into your home. Let's support and inspire each other. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means the world to me and helps us continue creating content that celebrates aging beautifully and authentically. See you in the next one.